Hey guys, today we're going to talk about climate change, also known as global warming. First, the definition of climate change is that it is long-term change in weather patterns over a long period of time, causing various effects, and they're not very good. It's caused by the rising levels of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane, and that is caused by human activity. It's caused by us. Greenhouse gases run our cars, our trucks, our boats, our airplanes. They run industrial operations, coal-fired power plants, and so on and so forth. Greenhouse gases create an imbalance of radiation between the sun and the earth, which causes the temperatures to rise in our atmosphere. This happens over a long period of time. And the rise of these gases cause the temperatures to accelerate, sea levels to rise, ice glaciers to melt, an increase of storms as well as them intensifying, and the acidity in the ocean to rise. Since 1950, there's been a 70% increase in the greenhouse gas emissions. This causes heat waves, floods, and droughts. And it also causes the weather events to become more extreme and to happen more frequently, which can cause the loss of human life and property damage. Next, we're going to move on to climate change and the rising sea levels. Due to the melting ice caps and the temperatures rising, our sea levels are rising. Many people live in places just above or right at sea level, places such as Boston, New York City, or even the state of Florida. And it is predicted that these places are all soon going to be under warmer water. In the next century, sea level will rise anywhere from 2 to 3 feet to 15 to 20 feet. And for the record, Maine is 600 feet above sea level. I will now move on to temperature. As the temperature rises, more moisture is in the air, increasing the number of storms, rainfall, and snow, which leads to damaging floods. When it is not raining, the heat in the land will cause the water to evaporate faster, causing droughts affecting our water and our food supply. The rise of temperatures in the ocean also affects the Maine lobster industry. Between 2004 and 2013, the Gulf of Maine surface waters have risen over 5 degrees Fahrenheit. This causes the lobsters to venture deeper into the colder waters in the ocean, making it harder to find them. Lobsters are normally found in 150 feet or less, but they have been found lately in 250 to 350 feet deep. This causes the lobstermen to go further from the shore. They have to buy bigger boats, they need to set deeper traps, and they have to spend more money on fuel. Lobstermen are still catching lobster and making a profit, but numbers have been going down since 2016. It is still unclear if the populations of lobsters are going down or if the lobsters are just getting harder to find. So it makes it hard to predict if the lobster stock is in jeopardy. A theory of the decline in lobster is that the food that they eat has decreased, which brings me to my next topic of how the ocean has become more acidic. The ocean is more acidic than it ever has been in the past 20 million years, and it continues to increase. This contributes to the population of the microscopic bottom feeders that lobsters eat of the ocean. And these bottom feeders have gone down by a third due to the rising levels of the carbon dioxide. For example, on the coast of Washington has become so acidic the wild oysters have not reproduced since 2005. Finally, there's so much that needs to be done, and it is readily available to slow down the rate of climate change. We can start with ourselves. We can use less energy at home. Instead of driving a car, we can choose to ride a bike or walk or use public transportation, eat more vegetables, be mindful of our transportation. That means the celebrities stopping using their private jets so much, maybe not to go to Starbucks anymore. We need to throw away less food. We need to recycle. It's also a good idea to switch to solar energy and possibly get an electric car if you can afford it. Lastly, we can spread awareness to others to collectively slow down the rate of climate change. And that concludes my speech on climate change.